Hi everybody, I'm John Upton and welcome to Skillings Field in Winchester, where this afternoon the Channel 19 sports crew is bringing you a girls varsity soccer tournament game between the Winchester Lady Sachems and the Andover Lady Warriors. And right off the bat, the Warriors down the left side, number 36 is Kathy Duran, and she is bumped off the play by Jenna McConkey, the senior co-captain on this Lady Sachem squad. And it will be Andover from the left corner. This is, of course, a postseason game being played on Wednesday afternoon in Winchester. And the Lady Sachems looking for a little revenge as Andover has knocked them out of the tournament the last couple of years. This one's crossed in front, and it is knocked away by the Sachem defense. Fighting for it on the far side of the field is Lisa Berberian, number 46. Still controls it nicely in the corner. Crosses one out front, headed away by the Winchester defense. And 14 is Jenny Gilpatrick. Knocked it away, and now it's knocked back into the Winchester end and out of play. No, still kept in very nicely by the Lady Warriors. 47 is Jody Saunders. Nice slide tackle by Shalag Murdoch. And I hope I'm pronouncing Miss Murdoch's name properly. Number 26 is Darlene Pruchniak in front of us now. Once again, Murdoch with the slide tackle, knocked it away. Sonia Johnson, 23, cuts it back to the right. Lead pass up the right wing is knocked away by the Lady Warriors. Johnson again, cuts it to the left. Now a pass up the right side, knocked away. Gilpatrick with it. Once again, knocked away by Saunders. Gilpatrick in the middle, just knocked away from her. Number 7 for Winchester, Shayna McConkey, is broken up at midfield, just on the Andover side of midfield, controlled now and knocked out of play by Winchester. That's Amy Hesseltine for the Lady Warriors, number 25. And Brenna Cronin will put the ball back into play now for Andover. Headed by Gilpatrick. At midfield, number 9 is Shalag Murdoch. With the left foot, 24 was Courtney Perkins on the far side. Deflected it off of one of the Andover players. Throws it in quickly. Gilpatrick, Johnson there at midfield, knocked into the Winchester end. And given back to the goaltender. For Winchester today, it is Catherine Ford in goal. Sonia Johnson heads it right here in front of us. Up the right side, number 9 is Shalag Murdoch, and she couldn't keep it in, and it will be thrown in by 47, Jody Saunders, as Murdoch tying her shoe right down here in front of us on the right. Just underway, Winchester and Andover in Division I tournament soccer action here at Skillings Field in Winchester. Thrown in now by Johnson up the right side, looking for Murdoch, knocked out by Andover's 26, Darlene Pruchniak. Johnson again. Her passes over the head of number 6, Liz Kelly. Out deep it is, knocked back into the zone. Murdoch tried to reach it, couldn't. Now she gets it back and bumps the Andover player off that ball, and she's called for the shove. Used the body just a little bit too much, and it will go over to Andover. As I mentioned, Andover has knocked Winchester out of postseason play the last 2 years, and Winchester looking for revenge. Both those games played in Andover, and Winchester with the home field advantage here this afternoon. Nicole Ricci, the Andover goaltender, threw it up the right side, and the Lady Warriors controlled. Pass in the middle is knocked back into the Warrior end now. And the push going to be called against Brenna Cronin. No, I'm sorry, it was called against Winchester. And knocked into the zone by Berberian of the Lady Warriors. And this time the call against Andover, and it will go over to the Lady Sachems. And controlling now, number 16, is Jenna McConkey, the Winchester senior co-captain, with the left foot up the middle, and another quick whistle as the referee is trying to take control of this game very early, let them establish themselves, and hopefully the whistles, they'll swallow them the rest of the way and let the girls play soccer here this afternoon. Number 23 is Brenna Cronin for the Lady Warriors of Andover. Her pass is headed away by Winchester. Right here in front of us, number 4 was Sarah Noonan, and she knocked it out of play. It will be thrown in by Jody Saunders. Her lead pass is controlled now by Saunders again, and it's knocked away by Gilpatrick. In the middle, number 6 is Liz Kelly. Her pass up the right side looking for Murdoch. She has a step, and it's knocked out of play, and it's going to be Winchester ball right from that spot where the referee's standing now. And let's see who's going to take it. I think it's going to be a direct kick. And it's going to be Kilpatrick and McConkey there, and we'll see who takes the kick. They're both lining up. Kilpatrick fakes with the left foot. McConkey in the shot. It's deflected in. Number 30. I'm not sure who that is for Andover, but she knocked it in accidentally for the Lady Warriors. It was McConkey from the left of goaltender Ricci, and there you see it, Winchester with a 1-0 lead. Very unusual goal. Looked like, I'm not sure who it was for Andover, but she knocked it in. She headed it in. Almost looked like she was one of the offensive players. She deflected it by a very surprised Nicole Ricci, the Andover goaltender, and Winchester with the 1-0 lead. Very early in this game, the Lady Sachems take the lead. A fluke goal as Gilpatrick with the fake, and then McConkey came in with the left foot. And it was a good strong kick, and it deflected in off of one of the Andover defenders, and the Lady Sachems lead 1-0. Number 12, right here in front of us, is Renee Bussell. Back into the zone. I think it was Andrea Duffy that knocked that one home, number 31 for Andover. Johnson gets the pass to Gilpatrick, knocked away now by the Lady Warriors. Noonan racing back for it, and just knocked away from Andover. Johnson comes back, takes it away nicely. Sonia Johnson to Gilpatrick in the middle. Crossing pass, Johnson there, but knocked away from her by Berberian. Sonia gets it back now on the far side. Number 11 is Brittany Belanger. Her pass in the middle is controlled now by the Lady Warriors, Brenna Cronin. Number 10 is Suzanne Gianelli. Deflected pass off of Denise Delaney, but it's cleared now by the Lady Sachems. That's Belanger on the left side. Crossing pass in the middle, looking for Renee Bussell. And Berberian back there, just knocked away. Nice play by Berberian, got it away from Liz Kelly. And her pass up the middle is controlled now and knocked away by McConkey. Kilpatrick with a nice move, takes it away. Lead pass up the right side, just broken up at the last second. Number 25 is Amy Hesseltine. Gianelli right here in front of us. Her crossing pass in the middle, knocked away now and cleared by Winchester. Berberian comes up with the left foot and knocks it out of play to our left over the head of Suzanne Gianelli. Thrown in quickly now by Sarah Noonan. Deflected towards the middle. And that's Liz Kelly, just cleared away from her by the Lady Warrior defense. 42 is Erin Lynch. She's broken up by Gilpatrick. Lead pass up the left side looking for Belanger. And it's just cleared away by Brenna Cronin, number 23 of Andover. It will be Belanger from the far side. Winchester with a 1-0 lead on an unusual goal scored by Jenna McConkey. That was headed in by the Lady Warrior defense. In the middle now, Kathy Duran. Controls it, has a little bit of room. Gets around Johnson. Her pass on the left side is controlled now by Gianelli. Gets it to the left, got away from Noonan. Good pass up the left side, looking for Duran. And it's cleared away by Gilpatrick. and it's going to be Andover ball. It will be Kathy Duran, number 36, throwing it in from our left. And it is tossed out inside the circle, headed by Andover and knocked out by the Winchester defense. And I believe it's going to be a corner kick. It will be number 36, once again, Kathy Duran, for the Andover Lady Warriors. This is the Division I North semifinal game. Tossed in, good strong throw by Duran inside the scoring circle, and the shot, and it goes in. Beautiful goal scored by number 17, Ann Murnane, with her back to the goal, kicked it up over her head, and it beat the Winchester goaltender, Catherine Ford. Sensational shot, and I think she was as surprised as anybody, as she wasn't even looking, and she knew she was in the scoring circle, and she figured, what the heck, I'll give it a shot and just put it on net. And that's what you're taught to do. Get the ball on net, and you never know what's going to happen. And that one found the corner, as I think Ford was very surprised that that one came through that maze of players. But the good strong throw in by Duran, and the goal scored by Ann Murnane, a junior for this Andover Lady Warrior squad. And we're tied at 1. Very impressive goal scored by Andover. The assist will go to Duran, the goal to Murnane, and we're tied at 1. Liz Kelly trying to cut it towards the middle, broken up now by Duran. Murnane with it, just to tie this game up at 1, with a very pretty shot. Cleared away now by Denise Delaney. In the middle, it is Jody Saunders. Slide tackle by Murdoch, knocked away from her. Headed now by Andover, over here on the right. And not able to keep it in was Daisy Lewis, number 8. And it will be the Lady Warriors ball. We're tied up at 1. An early goal scored by Jenna McConkey for Winchester, and just tied up a moment ago by Ann Murnane for the Andover Lady Warriors. Daisy Lewis comes up, good pass in the middle. Gilpatrick, lead pass on the left side, looking for Kelly, knocked away from her. Saunders hits it up, number 10 there, along with number 4 for Winchester, Sarah Noonan, and it's knocked out, and it will go over to the Lady Warriors once again. It will be Lisa Berberian, one of the Andover many seniors on this team. Only 4 juniors on this team and a couple of sophomores, a very, very veteran team. Lots of seniors on this Andover squad. This one is looped in, cleared away, goes way up into the air, headed by Gilpatrick on the right side, looking for Murdoch. Daisy Lewis fighting for it there, along with Saunders. Lewis went up, nobody could reach it, knocked away by Murdoch. Now got it to Gilpatrick, and it's knocked out by Andover, and it will go over to the Lady Sachems once again. It will be Daisy Lewis, number 8, throwing it in. Gilpatrick knocks it up over her head and out of play. That's the same kind of a kick that Murnane scored on a couple of minutes ago, but Murnane was much closer to the net and was inside the scoring circle, actually, and with a really terrific shot, was able to find the corner to the left of Winchester goaltender Catherine Ford. The Winchester junior goalie not able to find that ball, and that's why we're tied at 1 right now. We're in the first half, as Daisy Lewis knocks it back to Noonan. Lewis in the middle, Gilpatrick on the right side. Lewis again, and she bumped with number 26, Darlene Pruchniak, and it went out off of Lewis. Thrown in now and knocked out, and almost nails our cameraman Don Cronin there. Don, a nimble guy though, able to dash out of the way. And there we see the back of Daisy Lewis as she throws it in. Knocked away now by the Lady Warriors. McConkey, with that strong left leg, drills it into the Andover end. Noonan, her pass in the middle, is knocked away. Down here on our right, and it rolls over the line and out once again, and it's going to go to Andover. It will be Jody Saunders. Throws it in quickly. Gianelli deflected off of Suzanne, and an obvious push that time. Number 21 is Margaret Cunningham. The senior co-captain for the Lady Sachems knocked the Andover player right off the play. On the far side of the field, it is number 24, Darlene Pruchniak. And it's out, and it will go to Andover once again. We're tied at 1. We're about 15 minutes. That's a very rough estimate into the first half. 2 40-minute halves. And if we're still tied after that, we're going to go to overtime. Thrown in now by Andover. Drilled up the left side. Number 6 for Winchester, Liz Kelly, the freshman, showing fine speed up that left wing, controlling it, still on the move. The goaltender comes out and just rolls wide. Liz Kelly with some blazing speed up the left wing, really did a nice job. Very difficult to outrun somebody when you're trying to control the ball, but she was able to do it. And she had that step, and the goaltender came racing out, cut down the angle. Kelly tried to slide and knock it by Ricci, but it rolled wide and just missed the short side. Brenna Cronin, number 23, from the right of her own net, drills a long, hard pass up towards midfield, deflected by Winchester, knocked away now by Erin Lynch. McConkey with it, chips a pass up the left side, finds Liz Kelly with it. Good clearing pass in the middle. Johnson just in front of her. No, I'm sorry, that was Murdoch, number 9. And Ricci able to pick it up and clear it away up the left wing. Lynch with it, bumped off the play by Noonan. And knocked out by Andover. And it will be Daisy Lewis, once again, throwing it in for the Lady Sachems. Her pass. Nobody can control it now, out towards midfield. Murnane knocked away from her by Delaney. Saunders fighting for it with Noonan, and it goes out. No, that was Lewis, number 8. Sarah Noonan, number 4. Delaney tried to break it up. Murnane controls. Her pass finds Gianelli. McConkey clears it away for the Lady Sachems. Back into the Andover end it goes. That's Liz Kelly on the far side. Can't reach it, and it will go over to Andover. Brenna Cronin. Pass up is headed away, and in the middle, Murdoch, lead pass up the left side, knocked away by Berberian. A long shot through, and it rolls wide and out of play. We're tied up at 1. Goal scored by Jenna McConkey. That was actually deflected in by an Andover defender. And the Andover goal scored on a very pretty shot by Ann Murnane, who actually had her back to the net, and on a toss in from the sideline, took a shot that she put it up over her head with her back to the goal, and was able to find the far corner. And we're tied at 1. Blangier bumps the Andover player off the loose ball, and the call, it was knocked out by Andover. Thrown in on the far side by the Lady Sachems. And it went over the line and out of play, and it will go over to the Lady Warriors. Number 23 for Andover is Brenna Cronin. Up the sideline, kept in play nicely on the far side by Andover, knocked into the Winchester end. On the far sideline, caught by the referee, out of play, and it goes over to the Lady Sachems. Knocked down, number 3 for Winchester was Jessica Murphy. Thrown in quickly now by Andover. And another whistle. And it's going to go back over to the Lady Warriors. We're about 20 minutes, I'm going to guess, into this first half of a tie game. Thrown inside the scoring circle, knocked away by Delaney. Amy Coakley, number 17, fighting for it on the far side, knocked away from her. And it rolls in on Catherine Ford. Now play resumes. It is controlled by Andover. Pruchniak on the far side of the field, tosses it in. Racing down into the Winchester end. And just knocked away by the Lady Sachem defense. And Delaney has it. Good strong boot up the right side. And it's cleared out of play by the Andover defense. Not a bad play if you're one of those defenders back there. If you're not sure what to do, and if you're not sure your team is ready and back to help you defend your goal, knock it out of play and give your team a chance to come back to help you out. This one's knocked out off of number 12, Renee Bussell. And once again, I hope I'm pronouncing these names correctly. Knocked into the middle, just knocked away from Belanger. Going up to head it was Courtney Perkins. And that one goes up wide and high of the net. As you can see, Division I North semifinal game between Andover and Winchester. We're tied at 1. We're in the first half. We're at Skillings Field in Winchester. The last couple of years, as I mentioned before, this game was played in Andover. Let's see if the home field advantage is an advantage to the Lady Sachems today, as they've lost the last couple of years to Andover. Looking for a little measure of revenge here this afternoon. That one's knocked out, and it will be Sachem ball. Daisy Lewis. Her pass is knocked away. Coming up to help out was Gilpatrick. Knocked away by Berberian. Lewis is in there, and it is a whistle, and let's see who it's going against. And it's against Andover. And a little bit too much pushing there. McConkey and Gilpatrick. This is how the Sachems scored earlier. Gilpatrick fakes the shot through, and a lead pass, and it's headed away. Gilpatrick, and her shot goes wide. They scored earlier. Gilpatrick makes the fake with the right leg, and then McConkey comes through with the left and drills it, and the crossing pass, and they almost scored again. They did earlier, as it was headed in by, I believe, Andrea Duffy of Andover, headed it into her own net. And Winchester took a 1-0 lead. Right there, they almost took a 2-1 lead on the same play as it got into the scoring circle, but nobody able to drill it home. This one into the circle again, and it's looped up on the right side, headed by Winchester. Fighting for it in there, number 12 for the Lady Sachems is Renee Bussell, and it's knocked away, and the call goes against Winchester. And Bussell knocked it a little bit too far away from Andover right there. Lisa Berberian, I don't think she appreciated Bussell's knocking the ball that hard away from her. Berberian drills it up. It gets through. Johnson back to help out, gives it back to her defense, and it's knocked away by Winchester. Bussell gets the return pass very nicely. Crosses it in the middle. Kelly moving in, and the shot misfiring, and it's just knocked away. That one was going to go in. It was just dribbling very slowly. Now Kelly drops it back inside the circle and knocked away. Nicole Ricci was down and out, and I'm not sure who it was, one of the Andover defenders. That one was going in, and she got back and just cleared it away before it got over that line. Offsides was the last call against Winchester. Winchester came oh so close that time to taking a 2-1 lead. But the Andover defender able to keep it out of the net behind the fallen Lady Warrior goaltender Nicole Ricci. This one goes over to the Lady Warriors. It will be Duran from just her side of the midfield stripe. We still remain tied at 1 with about 15 minutes left to go, a rough estimate left to go in the first half. The winner of this game goes on to the Division I North Final to be played Friday evening, and actually this game will be cablecast after that. So if Winchester gets there, that game will have been played on Friday night when you're watching this, but we hope you're enjoying this anyway, because right now we're not sure who's going to win, as we're tied at 1 in the first half. Misfiring on the far side, number 28, Michelle Vetrano for Andover. Controlled now by Brenna Cronin. Comes up the right side. Her crossing pass in the middle is knocked away. Controlled still now by Andover. Saunders with it, has a little bit of room. Her shot through is just blocked by the Lady Sachem defense. Down here on our left, that's Bussell. Coming up the right side. Her pass deflects towards the middle. Saunders there, knocked away by Delaney. That's Duran. Saunders, and just cleared away by the Lady Sachems. Kelly couldn't reach it. Down the left side, and out of the reach of number 18, Lisa Allen. And it will be Sarah Noonan throwing it in for Winchester. Thrown in quickly now. In the middle. Winchester controls. That's Liz Kelly. Has some room. Cuts it back towards the left. Towards the middle now. On the right side, Bussell with some room, just knocked away, dribbles in on Ricci, and she knocks it out of trouble. Gilpatrick can't control. Sonia Johnson on the right side. Bumped off the play was Bussell, no call. And it rolls out, and they're going to give it to Andover, as we see some of the pretty big crowd down here at Skillings Field. They've got the sidelines roped off to keep the fans away from the action. Saunders on the left side. Number 18 is Lisa Allen. Johnson went down with number 25, Amy Hesseltine, and Johnson called for the shove, and it will go over to the Lady Warriors. It will be number 36, Kathy Duran, throwing it in now for, or kicking it in actually, for Andover, right here in front of our camera. Good strong kick through, was up over the head of Delaney, and another call against Winchester. And Duran's going to try again. This, I'm not sure if it's a direct or indirect kick. And it's going to be as Winchester sets up the wall. Noonan in there along with Perkins and Delaney. Duran sets it up. Chipped through and right on. That was a direct kick. And Ford was right there. Headed inside the circle. Andover can't control it now. Good job by number 14, Jenny. No, I'm sorry. I'm not sure who that was. Knocked it away from trouble, though. It may have been Perkins. And it's going to be Winchester ball. McConkey from her own end. Knocks it up the right side and out. Off of Andover, it will be Sonia Johnson, number 23. Throws it in quickly. Good job by Bussell. She controls with the left foot out front, rolls in and just knocked away from Ricci, just in front of the on-rushing Winchester forward. It was Belanger who was right there. Kelly trying to break it up. Broken up once again by Andover. Up comes Gilpatrick. Cuts away very nicely. Got away from 3 players. Crossing pass on the left side. Racing after it, number 10 is Melissa Mandrakia. Out near the top of the circle and just cleared away by the Lady Warriors. It was number 14, Jenny Gilpatrick, that set that play up. Got away from 3 Lady Warrior defenders. Gave herself a little bit more room. Her crossing pass was just up over the head of one of her forwards on the left wing, though. Winchester not able to capitalize. They've had the better of the play, I'd have to say, through the first 30 or so minutes. They've had the play more down the Andover end than Andover has been down the Lady Sachem end of the field. Catherine Ford just made, I believe, her first save a moment ago on a direct kick from Duran. There was a shot earlier, obviously, that got in. But that's been pretty much it for the Lady Warriors here this afternoon. Winchester has not so much had that many shots, but they've had the ball down the Andover end of the field as Delaney goes down and knocks it out of play. And it is Michelle Vetrano throwing it in for Andover. Delaney heads it up and out. And the call that time went against, it must have deflected off of Andover. McConkie passed up the left side. In the middle of the field now, it is controlled by Duran. Gilpatrick up the left wing. Good lead pass looking for Belanger. She has a step. Crosses a pass out front. Bussell there, shot. Just knocked away once again, coming in from behind. Bussell was there, had some room, a very tough angle, got it by Ricci, and one of the defenders came back and knocked it away. Cutting it towards the middle is Amy Hesseltine. Back for Winchester, Courtney Perkins. Johnson here in front of us, up the right wing. Bussell able to keep it in nicely. Just missed a moment ago from giving Winchester a 2-1 lead. Liz Kelly just broken up now. Very good defensive play by Andover. Kelly still controls. Her shot right on Ricci, goes down to one knee and controls it. Winchester has come within an eyelash twice. They've gotten the ball past the goaltender, but the defenders have been there, and they've knocked him away. Not able to catch who knocked that loose ball away from the Andover goal line, that last rush for Winchester, but a terrific play. Once again, that ball very agonizingly rolling towards the net for Winchester, and just not enough steam on it, though, to find the mark. As Johnson, her crossing pass, Kelly able to keep it inside the circle. Belanger there just knocked away by Ando. Now Kelly, a shot, score, Winchester! Liz Kelly from inside the circle, the pressure pays off as Liz Kelly from inside the scoring circle picked up that deflected loose ball and was able to knock it home. I think it was Kelly. And Winchester with a 2-1 lead. Winchester has had the pressure in the Andover end through this first half, and they lead by a score of 2-1. As we see Winchester with a 2-1 lead, and I believe that goal scored by Liz Kelly. And I'm not sure who's going to get the assists, as she picked up a loose ball deflected inside the scoring circle. And the Lady Sachem's lead 2-1. The first half winding down. McConkie chips a pass on the left side inside the circle and just knocked away by Andover. On the far side of the field, it is controlled by Winchester. The Lady Sachem knocked off the play, and the call will go against the Lady Warriors. As we see the referee there, Courtney Perkins placed the ball. It's knocked through by Gilpatrick. Racing after it, Bussell. No, that's Murdoch, and she goes down, and she may have caught Ricci. Murdoch likes to slide, use the slide tackle, and I think she caught Ricci. A little shot that time in the ribs as she went down, and Ricci went down also. On the far side of the field, it is taken away nicely by Cronin of Andover. For a pass in the middle, finds Gianelli, cuts it back to the right. Lead pass up the right wing. Racing after it is Lynch. Crosses a nice pass in front, and Ford there in front of number 16, Jen Butt. Coming back to take it away for Andover, number 25, Amy Hesseltine, but restolen by Winchester. Gilpatrick with it in the middle. On the left side, number 7 is Shayna McConkie. And like I said before, I hope I'm pronouncing some of these names right. Tried to find the pronunciations before the game started, and I hope I've got them all correct. Gilpatrick with it. And it is knocked away, and it will belong to Winchester as we get a shot of Jen Butt, number 16, going back to defend her end of the field. And this is Makanaki. I hope, like I said, I hope I'm pronouncing the names properly. This one is headed inside the circle by Johnson and knocked away. We've got, I guess, about 5 minutes left to go in the first half. Down here on the right. Now it goes to the left, and that's Noonan coming back. In the middle, controlled now by Winchester. Loops a pass up towards midfield. Daisy Lewis racing after it, number 8. Knocked away from Mandrakia. And a little bit of shoving going on between Renane and Jenna Makanaki. And it is going to be Duran from just inside the Winchester end of the field. Long pass is drilled out near the top of the circle, headed away by Winchester. That's Gilpatrick, knocked away from her by Renane. Delaney able to break it up. Lead pass up the middle, looking for Liz Kelly, and just knocked away by Andover. On the far side, that's Lynch going over there with Courtney Perkins, and it was out off of Winchester. Lynch throws it in quickly, headed now by Delaney. Gilpatrick, and once again the call against the Lady Sachems. The first half winding down. Winchester with a 2-1 lead. And another whistle. There were a lot of whistles early. Then the referees kind of let things go. Sometimes the refs like to establish that they're not going to let a lot go early. I think they've let more go in the last 15 or 20 minutes. There's been a little bit of pushing and shoving going on. Duran drills a shot through, right on Ford. For a pass. Just coming up to break up the play was Brenna Cronin. On the left side, Gianelli, and not able to keep it in as her feet went out from under her on the left wing. And it will be Winchester ball. Thrown in now by Noonan. Number 20 for Winchester, Jessica Alonzo, just came into the game. And that one goes into this pretty big crowd down here on our right. Daisy Lewis will throw it in. And a push against Andover. Lewis, and it's going to be a direct kick, I believe. With the left foot, Makanaki throws it inside the circle. Racing in, and Ricci there. She goes down, and the shot still loose out near the top of the circle, deflected off of Lewis, drilled through, and this one is taken by Ricci. She was down and out, and Winchester not able to get a foot on that loose ball inside the scoring circle. Now Noonan. Her pass deflected away. Lonzo not able to control it. It goes out on the far side of the field. Shayna McConkey. Her pass through is knocked away. Lonzo with it. Just broken up by Andover. Long shot through, and it goes wide and out of play. And it will go over to the Lady Warriors. To the left of the Andover goaltender, Nicole Ricci. She's been saved a couple of times by her defense. as she has been down and she has been out, and twice Andover defenders have come through and knocked the loose ball away just before it crossed that goal line. Now racing in to take it away was Noonan. Looked for the return pass, didn't get it. Daisy Lewis controls now. Her pass is knocked away. Lewis gets it back, chips a pass inside the circle, and the shot goes up and over the net and out of play. Winchester still dominating play as the first half winds down to a conclusion. They've had much the better of the opportunities. They lead 2-1 and could have had a couple of more, as I just mentioned, 2 times. Andover defenders have knocked loose balls away that were crawling towards the open net. It's going to be a corner kick for Winchester down here on our right. Cross through inside the circle, and a nice job by Ricci. And that one was saved by Ricci. That's the end of the first half. Came upon us all of a sudden. The score is Winchester 2 and Andover 1. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with second half action.
We're a part of your town, a picture of the things you do, working 24 hours every day to keep the signal coming through. We're Continental. We put everything on the line for you.
All right, we're back for the second half. I'm John Upton, along with Don Cronin, running our camera here this afternoon. Division I North semifinal game between the Winchester Lady Sachems and Andover Lady Warriors. And it is into the Winchester end, knocked away. And it's going to be, let's see whose ball it's going to belong to now. It will go to Winchester from the corner. Good strong kick through, and Ricci goes up high and just takes it, picks it out of the air just in front of Sonia Johnson. Back into the Andover end it goes, knocked away by the Lady Warriors. Number 7 for Winchester, that was Shayna McConkey. Headed by Makanaki now. Murnane, who scored the Andover goal. Makanaki goes down hard with Murnane and getting a little warning, a little verbal warning there from the official. From the corner it is Andover. Inside the circle, knocked up and over the head of Catherine Ford in the Winchester net. And it will be, let's see who's going to take it. It will be Ford from her own end. Long pass up, knocked away by Saunders, Jody Saunders, looking for Gianelli. Noonan went up high and knocked it out of play on the far side of the field. And we've got a yellow card, and let's see who, I think it's being given to Noonan. And it is number 4, Sarah Noonan. I'm not sure if she was mouthing off or if the official just didn't care for a little bit of rough play there. But Noonan is called for the infraction. She'll cool her heels on the sideline for a few minutes. The yellow card is a warning. And Noonan will have to sit out for a little bit. She will be allowed to come back in, though. It's going to be Winchester ball. The official blows his whistle and play back underway. Up to the right side, it's knocked away by Andover. Coming in, Lynch knocked number 7, Shayna McConkey, off the play. A call this time against Andover. Makanaki, who scored the first goal of the game. Winchester with a 2-1 lead. Makanaki and Kelly for Winchester, and it was Murnane for Andover. Murnane controls it now, broken up by Delaney. Liz Kelly, number 6, controls it right here in front of us. Chips a pass in the middle. Gilpatrick looking for Kelly down the left side, knocked away by Andrea Duffy. On the far side of the field, Delaney with the slide tackle knocked it away and out of play just in front of Murdoch. It looks like Hesseltine on the far side. Amy's pass in is headed now by, that's Sonia Johnson. Got it to Murdoch for a moment, and it was knocked away by Andover, and it goes over to the Sachems. Deflected now by Winchester back into the attacking zone. That's Johnson on the far side. She's tripped up on a fine slide tackle by Darlene Pruchniak. Gilpatrick, I'm sorry, with it in the middle. Good pass finds Kelly. She has a little bit of room. Her shot with the left foot misses. Liz Kelly has been a going concern throughout this game for the Winchester Lady Sachems, or Sachemettes, if you will. I don't think there's any official name. Some people like to call them the Lady Sachems, some people the Sachemettes, whatever. They're winning this game, whatever their name is, they're winning this game 2-1. And we're about 3 or 4 minutes into the second half. The winner of this game will play in Chelmsford on Friday night. And obviously, as you're watching this game on Sunday, that game will have been played. But as of right now, we don't know who's going to go there. Knocked away up the right side and out. And right here in front of us, thrown in by Courtney Perkins. Deflected out by Andover. Jessica Murphy. Her pass up the left side. And you can see the flag in the background blowing from right to left. And having a little bit of effect on some of these tosses. That one bounces up over the head inside the scoring circle and dribbles in on Ricci. Pruchniak was there also for Andover. On the far side of the field, it's controlled now by the Lady Warriors. Good pass in the middle, looking for Murnane. Knocked away, and it is Andover still with it out near the top of the circle. Lynch went down as she went with the left foot, and coming out and just in front. I thought that was going to roll out of play on the far side, but Ford got there first, and it's a good thing she did, as one of the Andover forwards was right on her doorstep. Right here in front of us, Brenna Cronin trips up the Winchester player. She went down hard. Back into the Winchester end it goes. A break in by Murnane, and nice play by number 18, Emily Lewis, as she just got back and broke up the play. It's going to be Andover from the corner. No, that was Winchester, I'm sorry. Play out front. And now it goes to Winchester as Ford was given the ball by one of her teammates from the corner, and she drilled it out of play. A lot of standing around right now. And the official telling Brenna Cronin right where he wants that ball placed. Chipped out near the top of the circle. Knocked away by Winchester. Durand controlling it out deep. Going up high and knocking it away was Perkins. Liz Kelly now, and the call against Andover right here in front of us. Courtney Perkins drops the pass to McInerney. Winchester with a 2-1 lead. We're in the second half here at Skillings Field in Winchester, Division I North semifinal game. This one dribbles in, Belanger there, just knocked away from her. Kelly there also, and Ricci goes down and able to control. Nicole Ricci has spent a lot of time on her back here this afternoon as she's been knocked down and around and about and had to make several fine saves, and she's been helped at least 2 times by her defense when she was down. Defenders came back. One time Duffy, as the ball was rolling in on a shot by Bussell. Andrea Duffy came in and knocked it away, and another time it was Berberian who came in behind Ricci and was able to knock the loose ball away before it got into the net. Here's Belanger racing in. Ricci there first, though, and she pulls it in and drills it out of her zone. Lynch heads it towards the Winchester end. McInerney drills it into this partisan Sachem crowd down here on our right. And it is Jen Butt, number 16. Headed away by Delaney. Lynch there along with number 24, Courtney Perkins. Murphy dropped it off to Gilpatrick. Jenny's pass, and the call this time goes against Andover. Lynch drops it back to McInerney. And Jenna's pass up. Gilpatrick tries to control it. Drilled into the Andover end. Boulanger on the left can't control it, and Cronin does and knocks it away up into the Winchester end. That's Delaney right here in front of us battling for it along with Murnane, and it went out off of Delaney. It will be Brenna Cronin for the Andover Lady Warriors. Knocked away by Delaney. One of the Warriors goes down. That was Murnane. She gets up slowly, and she appears to be shaken up just a little bit, but she'll be okay. Heads up inside the circle now as Cronin sets up the ball. Chipping a pass, looking for Murnane in the middle. And controls it out deep. Nice pass. On the left side, Duran chips a pass out front, and it is very wide and rolls behind the Lady Sachem goal, and it will be Winchester ball. Now it's going to go to Andover. It was deflected out by Winchester, and it will be Duran. From that far corner, these are the kinds of opportunities you can ill afford to give up. If you're an offensive team, you don't want to miss out on these opportunities. When you have, especially they're magnified in a one-game elimination tournament, you get those scoring chances, you've got to take advantage of them. It's an old cliche in sports, but there will be no tomorrow. If whoever loses this game, Winchester with the 2-1 lead right now, thrown in by Lynch, deflected through and out. Now it's grabbed by Ford. Places it down to the left of her goal, and she'll drill it out of the zone for Winchester. Her pass up the left side is headed away by the Lady Warriors. That's Lynch. Keeps it in nicely with the left foot. Gilpatrick fighting for it. She knocks it away. On the far side of the field, it is controlled now at the midfield stripe. Winchester has it. Johnson, her pass up the left side, looking for Jessica Alonzo. Knocked away from her by Andover. Back into the Winchester end it goes, headed away nicely by Delaney. A couple of players go down hard. Delaney fighting for it. Good job by Denise Delaney. Number 12 for Winchester, Renee Bussell, got it into the Andover end. Now she races after it on the far side of the field. Nobody can get a handle on it right now, and it is finally controlled by Andover. Knocked down by Johnson, and the call, that one deflected out off of Andover, and it will be Sonia Johnson on the far side of the field. Bussell, her pass in the middle, is knocked away and out. As we see that pretty big Winchester crowd on the far side, I'm sure there's a lot of Andover people here also. Duran's pass up the left side is out again. Winchester with the 2-1 lead. Lonzo's pass in the middle is knocked into the Winchester end. Back first is McInerney. On the right side, it was Sarah Noonan, and her pass goes astray and out of bounds. And it is going to be Andover's ball on the far side of the field. Headed up by Saunders. Rolls into the Lady Sachem end. Denise Delaney comes back, takes it away. Stolen away down by Gianelli. McInerney racing back after it, and coming out just in front of Murnane was Catherine Ford. This one bounces up over the head of Lonzo, but she deflects it into the Andover end. Now this clearing pass deflects off of her, racing in. Good job by number 20 for Winchester, Jessica Lonzo. Just a sophomore. She'll be back next year for Coach Chris Scanlon. And she had a good offensive opportunity just a moment ago. Lynch with a nice pass up the right side here in front of us as Duran cuts it to the left. Taken away from her, though, by Shayna McConkey. And knocked off the play very hard was Courtney Perkins. And Andover for a moment thought they were going to get the ball, but that was a pretty obvious push. McInerney long chipped through, deflects inside the circle. Kelly with it, cuts it to the left. Her shot, out front shot, score, Winchester. Bussell with the goal. Nice job by Liz Kelly, her crossing pass. And it was knocked home by Bussell, who was right on the doorstep. She was robbed earlier. And there we see Winchester with a 2-goal lead. Liz Kelly, we talked about her earlier. The Winchester freshman has had the Jets on today. She came down the left wing and with a good crossing pass found Bussell on the right. And she was able to knock it home. That shot by Bussell, much harder than the one she had in the first half. It's pretty much the same kind of a play. She was on the right side. And she, the last time, kind of misfired on her shot, and it was dribbling towards the goal, and I believe it was Duffy of Andover that knocked it away. But nobody was going to stop that shot. As Renee Bussell scores to give Winchester the 3-1 lead. And we'll see if that 2-goal lead's going to be enough. That's a big lead in a tournament game, 2 goals. We expect all the games are going to be no more than a two-goal game. And it was a terrific play by Liz Kelly, who has the ball again to set that play up. Looking once again for the onrushing Winchester forward, but it was knocked away. And on the far side of the field, number 18 is Lisa Allen, trying to control it, and she can't. Winchester with a 3-1 lead. We're in the second half. I'm going to guess probably 10 or 12 minutes anyway into the second half. And it is controlled now and knocked into the zone by Andover. Catherine Ford comes out. And with that strong right leg, knocks it out of the zone. McInerney back up towards midfield. Brenna Cronin dropped it back to a defense, knocked away by the Lady Warriors up the right side. Number 10 for Winchester, we see a good shot of Melissa Mandrakia, a sophomore for the Lady Sachems. And this one, once again, almost nails our ace cameraman, Don Cronin. Able to dash out of the way, though. They're after Don now. Here they come again. Don, of course, the program director here at Channel 19 in Winchester, does a terrific job covering the sports here in the town of Winchester. Number 6 for the Lady Sachems, Liz Kelly, heads it towards the middle. Dropped back by Lonzo. Number 10, once again, Melissa Mandrakia. Out deep, racing after it. And it is over the line and out of play. And I'm getting a signal that we're running out of videotape, so stay tuned. We're going to be right back after this short commercial message with this MIAA Division I North tournament soccer game between Winchester and Andover.
Don't let a friend push you in to taking drugs. You got a right to say no.
All right, we're back. The score remains Winchester 3 and Andover 1 as we put in what we hope will be our final 20-minute videotape of the afternoon. And the whistle blows as a bump, and the call will go against Andover. It will be Sarah Noonan. No, McConkey comes up as Noonan placed the ball, but McConkey quickly moved up and booted it into the scoring circle, racing after it, and nice play by Ricci, went up high and pulled it in with the right hand just in front of Murdoch. This one is booted up and it will be Andover's ball. It is Berberian with it. From her own end. Lisa's strong kick up the middle is booted away into the zone by Andover, racing up and hitting Ford was Lynch, and she bounced right off of Catherine Ford. Lynch went down. Cronin knocks it back into the attacking zone. Nobody can really get a handle on it. Kelly races up, knocked through onto the left side by Lynch. Saunders with it. Jody Saunders, and it rolls over the end line and out of play, and Ford comes up and she'll take it. Play resumes now. It is Andover controlling it. Gilpatrick. Now it's drilled back into the zone by Andover, knocked out by the Lady Sachems. Gets through Kelly. Cronin back there takes it away nicely with the left foot, boots it up the middle. Duran up the right side, looking for Lynch, knocked away from her. Back to get it for Winchester, Mandrakia. At the midfield stripe, Lonzo fighting for it there. One of the Lady Sachems went down hard. That was Brittany Belanger. And the call went against Winchester. A little bit of a surprising call there. This one rolls in deep and sliding out comes Catherine Ford. And she pulled it in and knocks it out of the zone. Gilpatrick up the right side. Good pass finds Belanger. Good defensive play by number 26 for Andover. And that was Michelle DeStefano. Winchester has the ball. Noonan drops it for Manakia. Nakanaki, I'm sorry. And it will be Winchester ball once again on the far side of the field. Headed away by the Lady Sachems. Coming up was Cronin to knock it away. Andover controls in deep. Going back to get it. And dropping it back to Catherine Ford. Number 16, Winchester co-captain Jenna Makanaki. I hope I haven't butchered her name too bad here this afternoon. Catherine Ford controls it, boots it up the left side. Number 10 for Winchester is Melissa Mandrakia. On the left, Amy Coakley, 17. And this one goes out to our right, and it will be Duran throwing it in. Kathy ready, good strong toss through, headed away by Delaney. And this one out, and I thought it was going to go to Winchester, but it was out off of the Lady Sachems. Duran's pass through out near the top of the circle. On the far side, Saunders controls. Chips a pass out near the top of the circle. Up into the air it goes, and it is over the end line and out of play. Winchester still leads 3-1. The game and the season winding down for Andover. A 2-goal lead. Looks big right now. When you get into the tournament, defense is stressed. Winchester has played a terrific defensive game here this afternoon. Andover has not had any real sustained offense on Catherine Ford. But here comes Jody Saunders. Nice slide tackle by Delaney, knocked it away. We hope you're enjoying our coverage. This game being played on Tuesday. I think I said Wednesday earlier, but it is Tuesday here in Winchester. Good strong toss inside the circle. Knocked away by Winchester. Out near the edge of the circle now, it is Andover dropping it back, but coming back to take it away was Belanger. Up the right side it goes. Cleared into the Lady Warrior zone. Berberian knocked it into the Winchester end. And out of play, and it goes over to the Lady Sachems. Placing the ball down is Jenna Makanaki. Long pass up, deflects to Gilpatrick. Lanzo just knocked away from her by Berberian. Over here on our left, fighting for it, was Mandrakia. Heavy collision, Mandrakia there with Lynch. Evan Lynch not afraid to use the body. The Andover senior went hard into Catherine Ford, kind of bounced off Catherine a little while ago. She was racing in for a loose ball. Ford got there first, and Lynch deflected off of the Winchester goaltender and went down. And this looks like it's going to be a direct kick for Andover. And let's see who's going to take it. Winchester with a 3-1 lead. And the Sachems trying to decide how they're going to set up their defense now. It's an indirect kick, drilled through, and Ford right there. That's an indirect kick. Two players have to touch it. Can't just shoot directly into the goal. This one, the long shot through, and it rolls wide to the left of Catherine Ford, the Lady Sachem goaltender, or keeper, if you will. And it goes over to Winchester. Ford to the left of her net, who will do the honors herself from her own end. Winchester looking to avenge the last 2 years they've lost to Andover, in Andover. And I'm sure a lot of the seniors on this team remember both those years. It's a very difficult way to end the season, these one-game elimination tournaments. Kelly controls it out deep now for a pass in the middle. Goes way up into the air at the midfield stripe. It's headed away by Cronin. Sonia Johnson, number 23, on the far side. A pass up the right wing, looking for Belanger. just knocked away by Barbarian, who's played a very fine game defensively for Andover here today. That one never went out. Looked like it deflected off somebody in the crowd over there, but I guess it didn't, and now it finally does go up over the crowd. You can see them on the far side of the field. Most of the Winchester crowd is on this side of the field. They've been getting on the Andover players just a little bit. This one on the far side, and Belanger can't reach it, but it went off of Andover. Thrown in quickly now by the Lady Sachems. The Warriors control. Knocked away by Winchester. Not able to control it was Courtney Perkins. But now Margaret Cunningham knocked it deeper into the Andover end. That's Liz Kelly with it. The freshman gets it over on the left side to Mandrakia. Cut away for a moment. Now she's broken up by Cronin, and it is knocked out by Andover. Thrown in quickly by the Lady Sachems out deep. Perkins able to knock it back into the zone. Winchester doing a fine job of bottling up this Lady Warrior squad. Defensively, Winchester has played a very sound game. The only goal scored by the Lady Warriors was on a very pretty goal scored by Ann Murnane as she was standing inside the scoring circle on a toss-in from the sideline and just kind of kicked the ball up over her head without knowing really where the net was, and she found the far corner as Ford dove for the ball and couldn't reach it, and that tied the game up at 1. That was at about the 6 or 7 minute mark of the first half. But really the Lady Warrior scoring chances have been few and far between. And Winchester right now with a 3-1 lead, as Liz Kelly gave the Lady Sachems a 2-1 lead as Don Cronin once again dances out of the way of a ball that sails over his head. The good thing Don's only 5 feet 2 inches tall. That one would have nailed him. He's any taller than that. This one a long shot in, and it is controlled now by Ford. I'm only kidding. Don, of course, is 5'4". This one out on the far side. The Lady Warriors getting a little frustrated, I think, as it is the game winding down here in Winchester, and the Lady Sachems doing a very good job, as I just mentioned, of bottling up this Warrior offense. An inspired Winchester team looking to avenge their last 2 season losses, end of the year losses, tournament losses to this Andover squad. Very unusual to be knocked out 2 years in a row by the same team and then play them again the 3rd year in a row. You've got to start thinking maybe there's something in the cards that this is the way it's supposed to be. And when you get up around the 3rd time in a row, if you lose that 3rd one, you're going to start talking about jinxes, and I'm sure Winchester doesn't want any part of that, and they're trying to dispel that here this afternoon. And they do lead 3-1. This one's crossed out front, and number 16 just broken up, Jen Butt. Good defensive play by the Lady Sachems. It is cleared away now by Ford. And it is going to belong to Winchester. Makanaki, her long pass up, controlled now by Gilpatrick. Some nice ball handling. Got it off to Johnson. Her pass in the middle, nobody there for Winchester. Now cleared away by Makanaki again. In the middle, Gilpatrick on the left side. Mandrakia, her lead pass for Kelly, knocked out and off of Kelly, and it will belong to Andover. There we see a pretty good shot for a moment there of the big crowd over here on our side of the field. And this is the group that's giving Andover a little bit of a hard time, which is to be expected with the partisan crowd here in Winchester. You're going to have more Winchester than Andover fans here today. Out deep, The ball is controlled now by the Lady Warriors. Going down hard on the far side, number 32 was Nicole Angelos. This one's going to belong to Andover. It looks like a direct kick, and it looks like Jody Saunders is going to do the honors for the Andover Lady Warriors. Long shot through, and it's deflected and a save and the rebound. Good job by Catherine Ford. She came out. One of the Andover players went down in front of the net. 36 is Kathy Duran. The long shot through on the short hop. Ford knocked it down and left no rebound as Duran raced in. Not sure how much time left to go in the game, but time winding down for the Andover Lady Warriors, and I'm sure the clock starts. It seems like it's going too slow right now for Winchester as they lead 3-1, and here come the Lady Warriors inside the circle, knocked away by Winchester. Murphy gets the pass to Gilpatrick. Return pass looking for Jessica Murphy. Up the right side it goes. Dropped back to goaltender Nicole Ricci. Drilled out of the zone. Back up towards midfield it goes. Nobody can get a handle on it right now. Knocked back into the Lady Warrior end. Murphy there. She's broken up and cleared away by Andover. Gianelli, her pass up the left side, looking for Murnane. Broken up by Winchester. That's Gilpatrick cutting it back towards the middle. Her pass finds Margaret Cunningham, drops it back to her own end. Cleared away by Makanaki. Up the right side. Jody Saunders drills it into the crowd on the far side of the field. This one now is knocked down and cleared away by the Lady Warriors. Lynch is down once again. She spent a lot of the day taking some pretty good hits. And once again, Erin Lynch goes down. Not afraid to use her own body, though. She can take it as well as dish it out. And her team has the ball right now as Lisa Berberian, the Andover senior, clears it away. In the middle, nobody can get a handle on it. It is controlled now by Andover out deep with the left foot, the long shot through by Berberian. And it goes in. That one floated up over the head. A long shot went up over the head. I believe it was Jody Saunders, number 47. That one came out of nowhere. And that's what can happen in a tension-filled game like this. You get a break, and the breaks are magnified in these tournament games. As I believe it was Jody Saunders, just out of nowhere, looked like a harmless shot, but it just floated up over the head of Winchester goaltender Catherine Ford. No real pressure put on there. Kind of a surprise goal, as the first Andover goal was a surprise goal. And Winchester's lead is down to 1 at 3-2, and not much time left to go in this. The winner of this game moves on Friday night. As you're watching this, the game will have already been played, but Friday night in Chelmsford. 3-2 is the score. Winchester with the 1-goal lead. Gilpatrick broken up now by Duran. I think I've been saying in Chelmsford, but I'm sorry, it's at Salem State. But it won't make any difference because the game will have already been played when you're watching this anyway. But will have been played at Salem State. Winchester with that 1-goal lead, 3-2. Time winding down here at Skillings Field in Winchester. That last goal given, I believe, to Jody Saunders. Just a long shot, looked like a harmless shot, but went up over the head of Catherine Ford in the Winchester goal. This one scoots through inside the circle, cleared away by Andover. Noonan heads it away. Once again, banged into the Winchester end. This one dribbles in on Ford, and she holds on tight. Don't want to give up any rebounds this late in the game. This one knocked away by Andover on the far side of the field, and Winchester knocked it out. It will go over to the Lady Warriors. They throw it in quickly. Up the left side it goes. And back up and out and off of Winchester. Lady Sachem's trying to hold on here with their 3-2 lead very late in this game. Makanaki clears it away. Headed out by Jenna this time, up the left side. And it goes out again into the crowd on the far side of the field. Thrown in quickly by Andover. They can't waste any time in this situation. Got to put some pressure on Catherine Ford. They've scored two kind of fluky goals. Now a long shot through, and it goes wide. And a slight delay now as Ford places the ball down. Catherine, from her own end, boots it straight up the middle, up over the head of Gilpatrick. It goes back into the right corner. Lynch, her pass deflects out. Nobody can get a handle on it, and finally cleared away by Winchester. Coming up to knock it out, the Lady Sachems. Time winding down right now on Andover. They throw it in quickly, knocked out by Belanger. Right here in front of us, Amy Hesseltine will throw it in. Hesseltine fighting for it in the middle now. Belanger tries to bump her off the play. And the call's going to go against Brittany. Hesseltine drops it back to her teammate, who will drill it into the attacking zone. Long shot through, coming out is Ford just in front of Duran. And she's appealing to the official to make Duran move. Duran's wasting time. You want to stand there. And there's the whistle, and it blows, and Winchester wins. We're not able to keep track of how much time was left. There we see the players in the middle of the field, and now they're all racing back. It's going to be a pig pile on Catherine Ford, the Winchester goalie. And there we see the final. Winchester defeats Andover 3-2 in a Division I North semifinal, and they will go to Salem State. I said before Chelmsford, but that was last year. I believe they went to Chelmsford, or somebody went to Chelmsford last year. The boys team went to Chelmsford. This year it's going to be to Salem State for the Division I North final game. We're not sure who they're playing, but it will have been played by the time you watch this game on Sunday in Winchester. The game will have been played the previous Friday night. This game played on Tuesday. And that's going to wrap it up, I guess, from Skillings Field in Winchester, as Winchester defeats Andover 3-2. I'm John Upton for Don Cronin and the entire Channel 19 sports production crew. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again next week.